Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. How are y'all doing? I am every inch of my body is sore right now. I spent 7.5 hours shoveling my driveway. I really need to invest in a snowblower. We got 3 feet of snow, man. 3 feet of snow here in New England where I live, and somehow, some way though, I powered through, able to record a Raid Shadow Legends video for you guys. I was able to click my mouse, look at the screen, and open my big mouth and talk to you guys. Fragment Summon Champion. I went for him, obviously. I maxed him out. It pains me to use my legendary books on this dude, though.
Emotional, damn it!
There's really good and really bad on this champion. I will give you kind of both of my strongest, most compelling arguments on both sides. But let's first take a look at him aesthetically, right? I think he's horny, right? He's got the horns on his head, you know? I really like the look here. He's got a cool kind of, I don't know, kind of a wise look about him. He is a barbarian, magic affinity, HP-based champion. He's got a cool belt. He's got these, I don't know, Warhammer, mallet, mace things or whatever. Pretty cool. I like even like...
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I don't know. I just like the aesthetics of this dude, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at his kit here. His A1, it's a shame, right? It's filling his turn meter, but it's also decreasing the turn meter of the target by 5% on each hit. However, the problem is, this is the only thing in his entire kit that needs accuracy. What? I wish this skill had like converts resistance to accuracy for this ability. Champions that only have one pretty small, pretty puny accuracy necessary ability, I wish they had that convert ability, similar to like HEALER, right? He's right up here. Where are you, HEALER? Similar to him, right? Like, it converts this champion's resistance to additional accuracy when using this skill. I think they ought to do that more often for champions that otherwise don't need accuracy. So I'm not even going to worry about accuracy on this champion, guys. If you really want the turn meter, go ahead and do it. I have, I think, a better way. I want to prioritize resistance over accuracy. That's a decision that you guys can go ahead and make. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to the banner, but I want to give you my reason for prioritizing resistance on this champ in a moment. So Rally the Tribe attacks all enemies. No damage on this dude. No damage. I'm not even going to show you guys and waste your time and my time. He deals barely any damage, right? So attacks all enemies, heals all allies by 10% of this champion's max HP. Instead, he's healing by 15% if they're under continuous heal. He does have 2 continuous heals on his A3, which is a 3-turn cooldown clan mentor. Removes all block buffs and heal reduction debuffs from all allies, then slaps 2 continuous heals on them for 2 turns, and then has a 100% chance of removing an additional debuff from all allies. This skill is actually not that bad, right? We get a partial cleanse, one random debuff, sometimes that's all you need, right? And then block debuffs, heal reduction, so not too bad, right? So we're cleansing potentially 3 with the 2 continuous heals that will synergize with the heal on his A2 as well. Very interesting and unique passive of this dude. Each time a continuous heal buff heals an ally, fills that ally's turn meter by 5%. That's very cool, right? I like when they bring in new passives to the game that does something that no other champion does. Kind of reminds me of like the anti-Achek the Wenderin. He has that passive which, you know, depending on the number of enemies with freeze and an HP burn, he's healing or increasing turn meter. It's obviously not the same, but I like these new kind of elements added to the game. So some obvious synergy, not just with his own kit, with his own continuous heal, but obviously champions like Reliquary Tender, champions like Battle Khazar, Uragrim, Grush the Mangler. There's a lot of continuous heal champions out there to consider pairing him with. So he's a healer, really, you know? So we have to compare him to other healers, right? We have to compare him to champions like...
I want a divorce.
And the bad news is he doesn't compare all that well to some of those champions. So some he does, some he doesn't. So anyway, guys, I'm going to do my masteries on this dude with you guys. I want to quickly show you how I built him first, though. Relentless Gear. For me, any champion that is just doing a lot of healing and cleansing, I prefer them in Relentless Gear, right? Because I want them to take as many turns as possible, especially champions that are removing debuffs from allies, because I want more debuffs removed. I want him like the Energizer Bunny going again and again and again, more heals, more debuffs removed, right? So I'm prioritizing Relentless Gear, if you have it, and speed. If you don't have Relentless Gear, he works well in Immortal Gear, more HP, Life Gear. You can put him in any Defense Gear, anything that will, cause him to stay alive longer. You can also put him in Shield Gear or Shield Set because he has a lot of base HP and we're going to be building it high anyway, right? So don't be afraid to put him in Shields. There's numerous ways to build this champion that can all be successful. Even with Speed Gear is totally fine, right? What did I put on him? I put HP. I didn't even worry about crit rate, didn't even worry about crit damage. I just looked for HP on the gauntlets with speed. I looked for HP on the chest with speed. I looked for speed on the boots. And then I just looked for HP, basically. I would look for resistance as well. Now, why resistance? And I can glyph this one out too. I can glyph this out. Let's go ahead and put that one on there. Not bad. So why am I building this dude with resistance? Well, this is something that I do actually quite often, and I think that a lot of players probably sleep on the potential of doing this, right? Champions that you're not looking for a lot of damage off this dude. You don't have to worry about his crit rate, crit damage. You don't have to worry about his accuracy unless you really want that A1. It's really only HP and speed. So I, can concentrate on another stat if I want to, right? So I went with resistance. Why? Because I like having my healer and cleanser again in resistance gear. That way they're not going to be CC'd, right? If he's stunned, then how's he going to help, remove the debuffs off my allies? If he has true fear and he's not getting his turns, how is he going to come around and make sure my allies don't? So I think that people generally sleep on resistance on support champions, especially cleansers on their team, okay? So, I don't want him to be CC'd. I want him more heals, and so that's why I have resistance on there. For that reason, I picked up resistance on the banner. If you want that turn meter reduction instead, go ahead and go with accuracy on that banner. I went HP on the all the other accessories, right? HP. So there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and do his masteries right now. I'll show you what I went with. Also, guys, I am gonna book him out. It pains me to do so, but I do need to get these down to 3 turns just to give you a fair, glimpse at what this guy's capable of. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so for Masteries, this is where I decided to go here. You can go War Master on this champion. You might argue you want to go War Master, especially if your team is competent and not dying all the time, to get some damage out of this champion vis-a-vis his A1. However, I went with a more all-out support build, and I ended with Timely Intervention. Increases the champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25%. Everything that we talked about earlier, right? Coming back around faster, more turn meter, more heals, more continuous heals, and more cleansing from this champion, right? So I also went down and I picked up Cycle of Revenge, I picked up Selfless Defender, and I picked up Solidarity on this champion as well. Just kind of, using the, picked up Improved Parries. I can use them on defense in the arena as well. So really, there's no wrong way. You can get Blast Proof if you're primarily using him in PvE. There's a lot of different ways to build this champion in terms of masteries. Those are the ones that I prefer, but of course, look at what makes the most sense for you, depending on where you're using this champion and who you're using him with. There it is, guys. His total stats again here, not bad, 86k. Oh, by the way, on the I should have pointed out here, we went with all the healing masteries, right? And lasting gifts and rapid response. 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expires. Obviously, that is going to pertain to the continuous heals, and there are 2 of them on the A3 3-turn cooldown. So, guys, there you have it. Let's go ahead and book this dude. Ooh, it's gonna pain me. I will be right back. All right, guys, there it is. He is booked. He's worth booking if you're in the mid game or the early game and you really need a healer. So let's talk about this guy as we actually use him a little bit here. I'm just gonna go ahead and start using him in a dungeon with another continuous heal champion to see how they do. Let's go Ice Golem's Peak. Let me assemble a team here, and as we do, let's just talk a little bit about this guy, right? So, man, do I have any super free-to-play friendly teams kind of at the ready?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
No, of course I don't. Of course I don't. Who's going to be using the guy like this, right? Again, people in the early game or the mid game. He's not a trash champion, but you have to compare him to Scylla the Drakes, right? And that's the problem. Therein lies the issue. Scylla Drakes is better. Scylla Drakes has a heal on her passive. Every time she gets a turn, she's dishing out these heals. She has increased speed also on that passive. She also has an AoE stun. She also has decreased speed. She also has a revival.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know.
Still the same.
Divorce.
And I know you might be saying, hey, but you're comparing her to Scylla the Drake's one of the better champions out there in the game. But she's also a champion that everybody has. She's free, right? She's a barbarian too, right? So for faction wars or whatever. She's magic affinity. So it's hard not to compare these two champions, right? They're both barbarian magic affinity champions who are healing. And Sill's doing everything better and much more. But I do like the continuous heal synergy that this champion has. So let's go ahead and put a continuous healer on the squad. Let's go with Bad Alcazar. He'll be like our main damage. Actually, let's go Uragrim. Let's try not to go super heavy on the legendaries here. So Uragrim, granted, Avoid Epic isn't, isn't exactly free-to-play friendly there either, Ash. And then for our damage dealers, let's go Ninja, because why not? Why wouldn't we go Ninja, right? And then Alex, should we go Alexander?
The answer is hell no.
Let's try him out. Let's try him out. I never play Alexander the Sharpshooter. Any of you guys use this dude? And where's... Oh, he's empowered. He's empowered. There he is, Ash. All right, let's see if they can keep these two noodles alive. Do I even have him built is my question to myself right now. Oof. It looks like he's missing an artifact with 70% crit rate. Let's just run it and see if this team can get it done. I want to see how much he's healing for. Is this team even going to survive is my first question. Well, we got a lot of heals, but are we going to get one shot? Because we have no increased defense. We have no, strengthen. We have no damage mitigation. We just have a bunch of continuous heals and heals. We do have a reviver. So as long as Sill stays alive, we'll be okay. Just going to take a while to bleed through the HP of these enemies. But let's use this battle. Then I want to show him in the arena. I think once you see him in one dungeon, you know what this dude's going to be doing, right? Not a ton of damage, as you guys will be able to see. A lot of healing. How much healing does he do compared to Uragrim? How much healing does he do compared to Sill of the Drakes? That's going to be my question here. But let's talk for a moment about this dude, right? So first of all, a fragment summon. Another one that's pretty underwhelming, right? Rorik Wormbane, Pixneal. I put him in that kind of category, right? Especially after Pixneal's buff, I kind of put him along the lines of her. I don't think he's a trash champion, guys. I really don't. Let me make a strong case both ways, and then you guys can decide which one to believe, right? Let me make an argument that he's a good champion, a decent champion. He's worth building, he's worth going for, especially if you're not in the end game. You're just looking for a solid healer who can take a punch. He's easy to build, very, very tanky. He's easy to build very, very fast. His base stats aren't that bad. He does a lot of healing. That A3 on the cleanse, it's better than you give it credit for. Of course, we prefer a full-out, all-out cleanse on that A3, especially for a legendary champion. But he's easy to build, no accuracy needed unless, we talked about the A1 already, right? You can build him high resist like this. He's not going to get frozen against the Ice Golem, right? And he's going to be there, dependable to debuff, or to cleanse rather, and to heal, right? So that passive 2 is very unique, right? We have him with another continuous heal champion. He's going to be getting extra heal off the A2. He's going to be filling turn meter, which is not going to show up on the stat sheet at the end of the battle, but it's going to make, especially throughout a prolonged battle, it's going to make a decent impact. So overall, he's a solid support champion who can help out anybody who is working on progression through any dungeon, anywhere in Doom Tower for the most part. I guess not like Magma Dragon and, give or take. Give or take. Frost Spider. He'll be good.
Have you ever considered learning how to lie every now and then? Just a bit.
In the arena too. He can be a pretty cool, on a go second team in the arena. He's nice to build him, very, very tanky. You can build him again with high resist. Block buffs is not a debuff that we deal with a lot. We like having it on our team, but there's not many bosses in the game that are throwing block buffs at us all the time, right? And we almost just, both of our nukers kind of just almost wiped there, but we should be okay. Again, Scylla Drake stays alive. We'll be okay, right? I just want to see how much heals he puts out. But yeah, going back to him in the arena, he's not a bad on a go second team, I guess, right? I mean, he's okay. He has good synergy again with other continuous heal champions. What about Clan Boss? Definitely can be used in Clan Boss. Can act as kind of a cleanser of the stun. That's all you have to worry about, right? So you can be a reliable cleanser and healer for a Clan Boss. I think that you can do a lot worse for a healer in Clan Boss, especially if you're in progression, just trying to get through, your first 1 key or 2 key of Nightmare or Brutal, Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, and Clan Boss. So definitely can get some use out of this guy. Hydra, his continuous heals could get stolen all the time, but I like that cleanse on the A3. I think he's worth using also. Experimenting with your team in Hydra Clan Boss. This is Ice Golem 25 as well. Okay, so that's the good stuff on this champion. Now let me give you the crappy stuff. First of all, he's a fragment summon. What does that do? It waters down the champion pool even more. God, the worst thing is pulling a Rorik Wormbane right now, right? Or a Pixneal. these average to below average fragment summon champions of, you know, yesterday, right? Of yesteryear. It sucks, right? You hate pulling those champions. And it's going to be the same with this dude. If you go for the fragment summon, you pull a dupe of this guy. I mean, at least we have the faction guardians. At least we got that going for us, right? Because otherwise, it would really suck. It's not going to feel good, right? And then on top of that, we have to compare him to other champions in the game. If you're looking for just a healer, I think, you know, Vrask can get the job done. Eurogrim can get the job done. There's so many awesome healers in this game at this point. Syl the Drakes is way better than this champion. Way better. And everybody has Syl. Of course, you can run them together as we're seeing here. But at the end of the day, is this going to be a game changer for anybody's account? No. Is it going to water down the champion pool? Yes. So that's the downside on this champion. Is he worth going for? For that passive alone?
It's about drive. It's about power.
I gotta say, man, heals? Woo! He out-healed Eurogrim and Syl the Drakes by a lot. Almost 2 million. So, hey, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Don't we, guys? That was a lot of healage, man. And his damage, you know, it was half a Syl the Drakes. But then again, we didn't even build him up with any crit rate, no War Master. With 100% crit rate and with War Master on this guy, or just War Master, we're going to be looking at over 1 million damage. Not too bad. Not too bad, right? So is he an endgame champion? No, heck no. He's not an endgame champion. Is he a decent option? Yeah, I think he's a decent option for the mid game, for progression in this game. So for the arena, what kind of team could we run this dude on? Well, let's go ahead and just take a look here. Let me think about it. Well, I'm running him on arena defense, right? Because he's tough to kill, kind of like a Magnar. So let's build, like, let's just mess around here. This team's probably going to smoke me no matter what, but whatever. Let's just take all these guys out. And then let's build a, I think I need, okay, we just did a video, or we're going to actually do one tomorrow. So this is a little sneak peek for you guys. But I loved this video. Let's put Magnar on the team. You know what? I'm going to go dirty pay to win too, and I'm going to put Necret on the team. But I just want somebody with a shield set on this squad, because we're going to go second, and going against this team is no good anyway. So let me come back at you when I have my team assembled. All right, guys, we got Necret for the shield. We have Magnar for the nukes. We got Vogoth for the heals, and another healer on the team in Opardin. Opardin? Opardin. I think that's how you say his name. Okay, so we're going against a blender team. Oh my god. Easy peasy. Gets the extra turn, procs that extra turn. I didn't notice many extra turns on the Ice Golem battle. I'm sure you guys did in hindsight. But my god. I mean, it's a solid go second team with Vogoth on there, right? I mean, heals on heals on heals on heals. This is the absolute, you know, anti-blender team right now. And keep in mind, we have him with high resist. We can come back in there and cleanse as well. Let's try him against one more speedy team just to make sure this wasn't an aberration. I will say, though, this team was very fast, very high, you know, good gear on them. They had like 243k team power, which is big for a blender team. Let's go against another, I want to go like an all-out nuke team. And this is an all-out nuke team, but Madame Sarah's probably going to be the end of us. Let's just see what happens, though. See what happens. So, guys, let me know what you think of this dude. I think, you know, as is usually the case, the people who are, like, so down on this guy, and I see the people out there, there's a lot of hate going on right now for this guy. I think they're a little bit overblowing how bad he is. People who are out there, if anybody, saying this guy's amazing, they're overblowing how good he is. Can you get utility out of this guy? Yeah, you can. I mean, we're going to wipe here. He stays alive, though. But can you kill everybody with no HP? Let me go off auto. And let me kill them in the order that I want to here. So, I don't want to do that. I got to kill Skullcrown first. And hope that he's faster than Ethos. Oh, man. Did he even have a turn? Was that a... Okay. Bump? Well, there we go. He gets the job done. What a way... Well, he actually is not over yet, is it? There. It's Ceres versus Clanfather. The battle for the ages here, guys. Is he gonna be able to kill her with no War Master and no crit rate and no crit damage? I don't know, because she has the... Yeah, because she has the shield, though. Oh, my God. She's healing herself. Oh, this is riveting to end the video, huh, guys? Hey, he got the job done. Soloing in the arena, no big deal to end the video, guys. Let me know what you think of this champion. Let me know if you went for this champion in the comments below. Overall, kind of averagey, unique though champion. I can't wait to see if at some point we come up with some cool synergy on all continuous heal team. Maybe with Withier. Is that how you say her name? I don't have her, so I don't know about her, but she's got the continuous heals everywhere. Tawana Rock, maybe like these OP champions out there, and I could be going for 10 hours here. You know what? I'm gonna save your time and no, I'm gonna let him do it. I was gonna cancel the battle. I'll be right back. You know what, guys? A couple minutes later, I'm realizing this is gonna be a stalemate, man. This is gonna be a stalemate. He is decreasing turn meter with 160 or 50 accuracy that I did have him on. But yeah, guys, this is going to be a stalemate, and I'm not waiting all day on this on auto to see if I win. I don't care. I'll take the L. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.